a vast landscape full of adventurers. You are now listening to the world of chaotic amateurs.
And we're rolling.
All right, and welcome to the best D&D 5e podcast that has ever been and ever will be.
Too far.
Too far. I mean,
it's
in
okay,
all
he's
dimensions, in every dimension. Last time on Chaotic Amateurs.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Alex, your DM.
Who are we?
And to my right, I have...
Dash is Thrak.
And Bentley is Riff Night Meadow.
And here you have Rhett is Zephyrus.
Caleb is Corey.
Milo is Bowl.
And now what happened? Last time.
Now the recap.
And now the recap for last time. Last time our adventurers here met in a bar after a long day. Got to know each other a little bit. Got to understand what each other was into. Shit.
Safety words. And
That's right. You know.
We found out some stuff.
Riff loves water.
Riff loves water, keg stands, things like that. The innkeeper at the inn they're staying at, the Shooting Star, left them in charge of the inn for
Great
the night.
Inn name, by the way.
As he... Was that?
Great inn name.
Thank you. As he went off to attend an errand. The bar is theirs, a bottle for each of them, and let the adventure begin.
Ooh.
Very nice.
In stereo, everybody.
In stereo!
So, you guys are at the Shooting Star Inn. The innkeeper's left. He has said that you can all have a bottle as long as you keep any ne'er-do-wells away from the inn. Is there anything you'd like to do before you turn in? It's about, I would say, 10 o'clock at night. There's candles lit. It's a clear night outside, a full moon.
Now, perhaps I was mistaken, and one of you could correct me if I am, but I believe that Mr. Morgan promised us a bottle for our services to him, and he did not specify when, so perhaps we could all get our bottle now and begin first watch while we enjoy a game of dice around this here table.
keep the party going, so to speak.
Keep the party going. That's where I knew I could count on a sailor.
I think he wanted us to watch over his bar while he was away, and then when he comes back and it has not burned to the ground, then he will give us a bottle. That was the agreement.
So regardless of what we do, we can have the ball to ourselves.
I do not plan on failing in the task of which he has assigned to us. So perhaps we can take payment in advance. And Mr. Morgan is not here to object, which means he agrees to this bargain here. So,
if
Mr.
we take
Ball,
a bottle before our deed is done, then we are the criminals.
Mr. Wolf, you have a compelling argument, and I will agree to leave your bottle in the pantry. However, Mr. Ball, would you like your bottle? Mr. Tailbrune, would you like your bottle before or after the work is done? Perhaps feeling that sweet golden liquid slide down your throat, you'd be prepared to do the job at hand.
Before, during, and after, yes. I'll take that bottle now.
All right. Willem, if you'd be so kind and to get there into the pantry and...
Of course, Mrs. Zephyrus, I will I'll be right back. I know what you want. What does everyone else want?
Water.
Of course, water.
But of course, she was promised a bottle in payment, so perhaps...
Who?
Perhaps you could furnish Riff's bottle
that's
to one of us. We could split it amongst ourselves. Mr. Wolf, perhaps you can leave...
I do not want a bottle. Our task has not been completed, you fool.
Well, perhaps
yes,
you can leave your payment till tomorrow morning and take Riff's payment now as an advance payment.
No, I don't want any payment right now.
I get my own payment. It's water.
Well, no, you also get a bottle of wine, and we can all share
it's
it
just water.
over the night. And
No, that's my thing. You guys don't get to parlay in on my stuff. So
Wolf,
I will just have a bottle of water and nothing else for them.
Willem comes back, a bottle of wine for Mr. Zephyrus, another bottle of wine for Scory.
Shrugs his shoulder and says, "Sure."
A
Pops
bottle
the
of rum is given to Ball. Nothing given to Thraxis.
I want
I
And
pour
a large tankard of water is set in front of you as Willem is about halfway down the bottle of his wine. Because he has assumed that he
On the way
also
up.
gets a bottle.
I pour some of my rum for Wolf and say, "This is from my stock. I'll drink with you if you prefer."
Well, the alcohol does keep the memories at bay. All right, give it here.
And Willem raises a glass. To
I
good
raise my
friends
glass.
and good nights.
Yeah.
Yes,
Stay hydrated.
that is always a good idea. And he actually pours himself a bottle or a glass of water. Yeah, he said, I tend to do 1 for 1, a drink of wine, a drink of water.
That's wise.
And that there is why Willem makes one of the best Batmen that I can have, because he is vigilant and prudent to boot.
Cool.
You trust him.
I trust Mr. Willem with my life. Yes, that's right, Mr. Wolf.
Thank you.
So
have a good
are we
shoot, brother.
gonna try to stay up together this whole time, or are we gonna take some shifts?
Well, perhaps I'd love to stay up playing some dice. If anybody would like to play with me, maybe we can consider that the first watch.
I will take first watch.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Well, then perhaps me and Mr. Wolf can enjoy a game of dice.
Yes.
You all can enjoy the fine comforts of your feather beds. Yeah.
I don't need to sleep. I'll stay up with you all.
Is this true? Warforged do not have to rest their eyes from the
Oh,
daylight?
necessity for me.
I'm sorry. What did he say?
He said it's not a necessity.
Yeah,
Well, he
that's
said,
what it was.
I believe that Mr. Ball there said that it is not a necessity for him to close his eyes.
Gotcha.
Well, if that's the case, Mrs. Zephyrus, I think I'll be turning in for the night.
Mr. Willem, you do as you will. I appreciate your service. You are here released for the rest of the evening. You enjoy your slumber.
Thank you, I will. If you need another person to watch, just wake me and I will be
Mr.
there.
Willem, you can count. We will probably take you up on your offer. Now, Mr. Wolf, I believe that the dice, the fortune favors the courageous and the bold, and of course the lucky and the good-looking, of which you are all for. So, let's let the dice roll, the wine flow. You all enjoy your comforts. Mr. Ball, perhaps you can make sure that Mr. Wolf here doesn't cheat this game here, dice, and I don't know what else.
I'll
Do not
pour-
cheat ever.
I'll pour Wolf another shot
Ah,
of the rum.
yes.
All
And
right.
make sure that it's full. Like
Every
time
drink,
I
the memories
possibly
get
can.
further away.
And how much has everyone drank at this point?
As much as has been brought to me. I mean,
I
I feel like I've got a good. I'm lit. Yeah,
I am avoid drinking. I'm avoid drinking.
I think
I am avoid
Okay.
drinking.
I probably had a couple beers and then half a bottle of this
Gotcha.
wine that.
If
they just
you've
brought.
had quite a bit, go ahead and
I'm
make
sober
a
and
Constitution saving
asleep.
throw. And yeah,
make a what?
Constitution.
a Constitution saving throw.
I
Just
nim-
to see.
I
just to
nimbly
see if you're
hop up the
drunk.
stairs or wherever to my room. You know,
And barely noticeable. Just silent kind of footsteps as Riff goes up the stairs.
yes.
21.
21. You're
8.
fine. 8. You're feeling a little tummy shames.
15.
15. You're
Yeah.
doing just fine. You've been on the sea, moving back and forth.
At least it's not
No
the memories that are hurting.
That's right.
Mr. Wolf, are you okay? You look a
I'm
little
just
pale.
a little tipsy.
I find it hard. A man of your size and stature and courageousness is having a hard time with this here spirits.
Well, I did drink a keg of ale.
Well, I'm
Different
having
than
a
you.
hard time rebutting that, so hats off to you, sir.
Exactly.
So you guys spend the next hour or two playing dice, drinking.
Yeah.
You go to bed, Riff. Is everyone else staying up?
I will probably for a couple hours.
Couple hours, okay.
I'll be kind of playing with my runes unless they pull me into a game
Gross.
of dice or something.
Perfect.
I stay up until everybody else goes to bed, essentially.
Okay. Around midnight. And that's about when Morgan said that you could probably just head off to bed. No one's going to come after that. Around midnight, with the moon high in the air, mist kind of beginning to soak into the surrounding forests. You do hear in the distance the noise of something, some sort of movement. You're not sure if it's animals, if it's people, a storm approaching. You're not sure.
I'd like to use, if it's okay, one of my racial feats, weather sense.
Okay.
And take a moment to meditate and learn information about the weather. Particularly, you said the fog's rolling, and I want to know if it is magically affected or if it's just natural. The things that I can learn from this are current temperature, approximate wind speed, weather for the next 8 hours, general trend of the season, and whether or not any outside forces acted on the weather in the last 24 hours.
Gotcha. Current temperature is a bit cold. It'll probably drop down in the night. Wind speed is not there. There's no wind on through the trees. For the next 8 hours, you assume it is going to be cold. No clouds in the sky. The fog, though, is odd. It shouldn't be fog right now.
Is the sound that we hear anything that I recognize?
Give me a perception check to try and hear it.
Yeah, I like to make one too.
Yeah, go ahead. Both of you make a perception check.
Why is everyone running
14.
to the windows?
14?
14.
You can tell that it's coming from the north. There's a road that kind of goes along this inn, leads north up to the kingdom, south down to a few of the other cities in the south. You can tell the sound is coming from the north.
23.
Ball. What's that?
23.
23. And you get the same sense that it's coming from the north. It does sound like the movement of people, of you can hear kind of metal on metal. You can hear footsteps, and you both peek out the window to take a look, and you see a dim light, probably about 100 feet to the north.
Do I associate this at all with Warforge?
No,
This metal sound.
no, not.
Okay.
It's not distinct enough to be able to. Yeah.
Wait, boys, I hear the sound of people moving. I don't know if
I hear the same thing. I believe something is on the move.
I find this most unsettling because you see, there is a fog. If you look out the window, you can see it now settling over the woods here. And that fog is most unusual. You see, the weather outside is not conducive to raising a fog.
Frog.
Yes.
I smell witchcraft.
And Riff, when you go upstairs, did you go to sleep?
Yeah.
You go right to sleep. Okay, and so you're probably well into being asleep.
In the slumber of adolescence.
100%.
Dead to the
Love it.
world.
Okay.
I get up early.
All right, I'm gonna draw my my great axe and I'm gonna put my helmet on.
Okay. And you see Thrakus put on this gold helmet. It actually inspires a bit of confidence in you seeing him wear that.
Do we get bonuses?
Interesting.
No. I mean, inspiration is its
I
own
sleep
reward.
better with his helmet on.
Can I ask Chain to go up and wake up Riff?
Chain kind of just is watching you.
I need to work on you more.
Scory curious at why everyone is all of a sudden donning their stuff. I want to walk up to the window and peer out, and I think Scory isn't really that concerned. Like, what's the big deal with people walking around? It's foggy, so what? He's seen lots of fog.
There's like a war going
Now-
on outside.
Now,
He doesn't
You take a
He
look
doesn't
outside
know
the
that.
window. Give me a perception check. And they're kind of pointing this out to you,
I'm
where
hard.
these people are along the road.
17.
17, and you spot them. They're getting a bit closer, probably about 50 feet away now. You can see 3 individuals kind of just passing by a small grove of trees. It's hard to make out distinguish features in the dark. They have dim light on them.
Not threatening, that kind of a thing.
It's tough to tell. They have a bit of a stilted walk to them. They're not running. They're kind of half jogging up to the inn, and it looks like the inn is their destination.
Okay, so immediately seeing that their intention is to come here, Scory opens the door, puts on his mask.
What door are you opening?
The inn, and closes the door behind him, and then I pull out my lantern, my special one, and I cast it in that direction.
Okay, so you have dim light out to 20 feet.
See if I can get a little more information about them, and I can call out and say, "Whoa there, stop!"
All right, they get about 30 feet, 20 feet up to you where the light is, and you see that they're injured. There's one of them is a tiefling in long robes. Some of them is slashed and some blood kind of pooling on the side. There's an assortment of vials kind of like on a belt with some pouches. He looks at you. The other two, there's a well-armored elf. Looks like she has a long sword and a crossbow slung over. You see a lot of bruising kind of along her side and her arms. There is also another... It looks like a cleric. You see a symbol that you don't quite recognize. Some divine symbol, but long yellow robes with green trim. You don't see any visible wounds on this person, but they are walking kind of with one leg dragging. The elf, the well armored elf, looks at you and says, "You, well, we need inside of this inn."
I'm afraid I can't let that happen.
Why?
We can get you help out here.
As I see Scory open the door and then close it and just kind of looking out, I immediately open the door back up and walk out, not being wanting to be left out, and see these people approaching as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
It says, why can't you let us in? We are in need of a place to rest.
This is not our place to give up.
Then whose place is it? Where is the innkeeper?
If you have...
who owns this establishment?
If you would like to come in and you have a coin, perhaps we can set you up with...
Yes, sounds good. And they
turn
start...
around and I open the door.
I pull out my machete and I put my arm out, like in between Ball and the 3, like as a gate. Like, I'm sorry, but you can't enter.
No, I turn. I'm like, no, this is fine. Don't worry about them.
We were given
They obviously
specific instructions.
They obviously need a place to stay for the night. Don't worry about it. Just put it down. And I'm going to slap his hand.
You're going to what?
I'm going to slap his hand.
Okay.
To knock the machete out.
You want to grapple him?
Yeah, essentially.
Go ahead and make a grapple check.
Here we go.
First contest.
The first attack is against each other.
That's real.
That's right. What's that?
That's real crappy.
What is it?
It's a 6.
6. Yeah, you try and grab onto him and you get no purchase. You're not able to move him aside. And they, this trio, kind of starts looking in, sees that there's other people inside, and just starts yelling, "Let us in! We need help! We have wounded!"
I hear this.
Won't shoot,
Wolf. There's people out here. We need to let them in.
No,
Mr. Wolf. Perhaps I can be. And I go outside and I see them grappling and I say, Mr. Telbrun, why now are you treating my guests in such a way? Mr. Ball, if you be so kind, just make sure Mr. Telbrun there. Now, what help can I offer you? I am the owner of this here fine establishment, the Shooting Star Inn. These are my servicemen here. We got Mr. Ball, of course, the tall one with the copper face, and Mr. Chelbrun. Well, he's a bit gruff around the edges, and because it is late, I have paid him to be ever vigilant in the dark. Now, before I can let you in, we got to make sure that you have coin of which to pay. Now, we don't have extra rooms, but perhaps we can put you on the floor if that's all right with everybody else.
Go ahead and make a deception check for this.
Are you sure?
I mean, unless you can show me the deed to the inn.
Do you have one of those fake magical documents?
Yeah, you got a deed.
23.
23.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, they believe that you're the proprietor. Their focus has now shifted to you. It says, yes, no, we have coin. We are with the Usama Kingdom. We can pay for lodging.
Okay.
I would like, now hearing that they say they're from the kingdom, I'm gonna come out and I want to go. Yeah, you are from the kingdom then.
yes. And you see the trio, and they are in similar garb to what you expect.
Yes, I
soldiers
recognize these garbs. Yes, now tell me, where did you sustain these injuries?
We have been on the road for about a month now. We have learned some information that seems to have been dangerous. The Warforged have ambushed us multiple times.
Wait.
Yes.
The Warforge?
Yes, the Mage's army.
Well, please, come in. I don't know why this person is in your way. Come in.
Mr. Telbrun, perhaps you can fetch our guests some of that there buttered bread and cheese that I left on the counter earlier.
You can't see it because it's covered with a mask, but he lifts an eyebrow and shrugs, puts the machete away, and walks in.
Real quick.
And I turn back and I say, I'm not giving my bottle of wine back.
Before we go further, I would just like to ask, now, what is the motto of the Usama army?
In service for the kingdom.
Okay, good.
We serve the king. We serve the kingdom.
That's a pretty obvious one. Okay.
And
let
would
me ask you something else.
Do you have any distinguishing marks that you kept from your military service?
Yeah, I have like a little pin on my loincloth because I'm shirtless.
5 stars.
Yeah. Okay. Little pin that you can tell.
It's a single pip. He's an ensign in Starfleet.
Yeah. I want to ask them if they know. I want to ask them something detailed about the military that only someone who is in the military would know.
Give me an intelligence check.
Well, yikes.
To try and come up with something.
That's an 8.
An 8? All right, that's gonna set the DC for your insight check. You ask them some sort of question that would give them away as members of the military or not.
So now I roll an insight?
Now roll an insight check, yeah.
Okay. That is also an 8.
An 8. You think they're probably with the military. You're not absolutely certain, but all the signs point to them being members of the military.
All signs point to yes.
I am certain they're with the military, but I am also not very smart.
You'll have to forgive my man here, Mr. Wolf. You see, he is here from the Usama army to negotiate a contractual deal of which we house in the Usama soldiers. Now, of course, your Usama soldiers, Mr. Wolf here, attests to that on pain of his own flogging. Now, why don't we get you to come on inside?
All right, come on
and
in.
They kind of shuffle on inside, grabbing what chairs they can, and they just kind of collapse into them.
Scory drops the cheese and bread at their table.
Mr.
Kind of
Telbrun,
unceremoniously.
Thank you, sir.
You can fetch them a mug of that mulled wine that we keep in the back there. Now,
I am not your bat boy.
Mr. Telbrun, I'm afraid you have forgotten the deal of which I pay you for. Now, please, fetch the mulled wine and bring it to our guests at once. Hey, you'll get paid after this, don't worry, bro. Now,
oh, your voice just changed.
I feel like there needs to be a
Imposter.
deception roll or something.
Yeah.
Persuasion.
oh, no, I'll really pay you. I'm planning on getting these guys.
Between
But
players, I don't.
You're
want to do
assuming
that.
I care though, as a character.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Now, of course.
I reiterate what I said. I'm not your Batman.
Now,
Batboy.
I am proud that employees of mine have developed a sense of independence capable of doing their jobs without me. Now, I'm afraid that while I'm able to provide a limited hospitality, warm bread and cheese, what have you, before we can put you up for the night, I have to receive payment. Now, while Mr. Wolf here is able to procure this contract with the Usama army, that does not necessarily cover expenses for the room. Now, while we cannot offer you a room, we can offer you space on the floor here, so it's a discounted price, less than the average cost, average room cost for a night. So, if you have gold of which to offer us now, there would be the time to offer it. Yes, Mr. Ball.
Regardless of the payment, I'm interested in knowing a little more about this warforge that you encountered.
The Warforged ambushed us out in the road. As far as gold here, and puts a sack of gold on the table. There's probably about 25 gold in there.
Yes, this seems a perfectly reasonable sum of money. Thank you, Mike.
Riff would like to roll for waking up for all of this noise that's going on.
Give me a perception check. Give me a perception check at disadvantage because you're asleep.
Scory's definitely stomping around because he's annoyed. These were not the orders that we were given.
Cool. I got a 6 and a 5.
A 6 and a 5.
I guess I'm fucking asleep.
Mr. Telbrun, now, if you wouldn't mind, I believe that our resident bard, a young Madam Not Meadow, if you could wake her up, perhaps she can come down here and sing drinking songs for our guests.
Whatever.
And Willem's snoring away.
He walks up and wakes up Riff.
Ball just looks at you and says, and doesn't say anything, but just kind of, okay.
So who comes and wakes me up?
Mr. Telbrun.
Scory does.
Scory over here.
Okay. Unfortunately for you, I have this thing like when you wake me up, I attack.
Uh-oh.
It's part of your training.
Yeah. So, and also it's just actually how I am.
Well, and not to mention,
So like if someone comes in and like shakes me awake, chucks are coming out.
yeah, the person waking you right now also has a mask on their face, so you don't know it's Scory, and that mask is a green and blue kind of painted kabuki style mask,
Oh,
but
nice.
it's shaped like an octopus. So the tentacles come over the mouth,
Yeah.
and then
Cthulhu?
and then like a tight ram horn over
Gotcha.
each ear. So it doesn't look pretty when this thing is standing over
Yeah.
you trying to
So
wake you.
I get shook, and the second I feel it, my eye pops up, and I see this what I assume is a demon.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna lash out with my chucks.
Yeah, go ahead.
First attack roll of the
Oh,
against another player.
22 to hit.
that beats armor class.
That
Do
beats
it-
armor class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I do any sort of dex or anything like that?
No,
Or is it
this is
straight
just
attack?
an attack.
Yeah, I'm not
versus AC.
expecting it. So
Yeah.
Okay, that's 9 points of damage.
Jeez.
wow.
Half his HP.
That's
Yeah.
a lot.
pretty close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hope we don't have to fight these three people in the box.
Sorry, bud.
But you're woken up quickly. You realize after I assume you take off
Yeah.
your mask.
Yeah, I
or
say it's me.
something.
You live.
After so what I wake up, I see this thing, and I lash out because my chucks on the end of the handles they got like pointed knives so they can slice or whatever, and I just cut you right across the gut or the stomach or the chest or whatever.
Yeah. A nice deep wound has kind of found its way, and you're bleeding a little bit.
And then
You gotta kind of hold it to keep that blood in.
you like take the mask off. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. You can't sneak up on me like that. I get all I'm jittery.
Spaz. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So I wish I could heal you. I'm so sorry. I don't have anything. I don't have anything.
Scory just says, doesn't matter. Let's go.
Okay. What's going on? Why is it morning?
There are people downstairs. There's not
people
supposed
downstairs.
to be, and
What?
but they-
Oh, someone's crashing the slumber party.
yeah.
So what do you need me for?
I don't know. I was sent up here to get you.
Okay, cool. So I grab my staff and I put it on my back.
Mhm.
I holster my chucks, and
With chuck holsters.
yeah.
Oh, a fellow chucker, eh?
Yep. And then how is it set up in this? Is it like an upstairs thing, or
Yeah,
is it-
so you're upstairs.
Can we
There's-
get the
the
map
all the
again
rooms are
on here?
upstairs, and then there's a staircase that leads down.
Oh yeah,
back
do you
to
have like a map for this or no?
So what you're seeing there is the bottom floor.
We don't
the
actually
arrow.
see anything.
Oh,
Oh yeah, we just see the forest right now.
It's a beautiful
Really
forest
pretty.
image, but
Could you?
oh, you
What?
unplugged. You unplugged Milo.
Yours are plugged in. You unplugged your own shit.
is that something?
Yes, but it's
small.
not full screen. It's
There we go.
there. You go. Perfect.
Love it.
That's
That's good.
yes,
That's good.
beautiful,
Nah,
beautiful.
Sorry, I thought that was up the whole time.
That's
Nope.
okay.
was
We've
not.
been
Theater of the mind.
theater of the mind.
Yeah,
That's how.
and
we
I mean,
normally
yeah,
play.
it's
And I'm assuming
It's a
the
beautiful
doors
drawing.
are
Or up
to the
top.
north
Okay,
side.
so this Christmas tree sweater that I'm looking at, where
yeah.
I don't see
where am I at? Am I on like the long ding dong arrow?
Well, you're
or like
upstairs.
So you're upstairs. The arrow
Off the
leads
map.
to upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay,
And so the only way
so
back
it's just
down,
like a walk around type of, obviously like a hallway type of thing, like upstairs.
Yeah, yes.
where we can look down.
Yeah.
Okay, I would like to. The second I go out the door, whatever. If Scory goes left, I'm gonna go right. You know, whatever it is,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna like slink into the shadows and then like find like a shadowy spot to sort of like perch up on like the little handrail or whatever, looking down above everybody else.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Yeah.
And I say in the meantime, I'm like, and once my retained tumbler gets down here, you will be regaled with acts of her acrobatics. She can do handstand
16.
push-ups.
16. All right, you
Yeah.
feel well hidden.
Nice.
I look back and I wonder where
Yeah.
Riff. I wonder
Riff.
where Riff went.
Can I check out the door of the front door of the inn and see if I see anything else like on the road?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Good idea. I'm glad
Yeah.
Wolf's here.
Definitely.
That's a non-natural 20.
Gotcha. Okay. Looking around, listening. You don't hear much. Like far in the distance, you hear an owl. And then I would say down south, the lights of something are kind of hitting the fog. If it's a city, if it's a house down there that's kind of illuminating, you just see a bit of light down there. But other than that, it is still and quiet. You kind of want to keep watch outside, or from the door.
Yeah, I'll keep watch, and yeah, I'll just keep watch outside. And,
Okay. And you know the
for anything.
the bar here, the tavern at the bottom. You know, it's the door is right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, perhaps we can get some name and rank from our guests here downstairs, if you don't mind.
Yes, of course. I am Vala. I am the leader of this squad. We have already lost one member. Zin is our wizard. It's the tiefling. And Bisar is our cleric. How are you doing, Bisar? And she kind of looks up and says, We are in some trouble. I'm lacking in resources. I can heal some of our wounds, but if the Warforged come back, we won't be able to take them on.
Tell me more about these Warforged that you're encountering.
Vala kind of looks at you as... They're different than you. You
Well,
are...
obviously, I'm unique.
Yes.
Amazing.
It's
They're the soldiers of the mages. They are the hand, the feet, the blade that the mages use to kill us.
These mages have been using Warforged to
Forge war, yes.
forge war.
Yes.
that's
That's
quite an
interesting
impressive-
information, I feel.
That's a poetic turn of phrase, if I
Yes.
may say so myself.
And we do not need to be entertained tonight. We just simply need to rest.
Oh. Well, I already woke up my tumbler. If she comes down here and
That's-
is not expected to tumble, then I don't know what to do. She is restless.
I'm sorry that your tumbler will be restless.
We will obviously give you room and board. You can take my room if you like. I'm gonna step outside and
That's
meet
right.
with our friend Mr. Wolf.
Oh,
Good. I
You're going
do
nuts.
need to have a conversation with you,
yes, Mr.
innkeeper.
Morgan. That's my name.
Mr. Morgan.
Did you forget your accent?
Yeah, I did. I keep going to the New Zealand accent because of him.
Yes, my name. Yeah.
We have found some information that leads us to believe the mages and the Warforged are interested in this inn. That's why we have made our way here.
What sort of information have you stumbled upon?
There's something of value here, and we wish to find it. I don't know if it is something you possess, or that has been hidden here by the enemy. So if you wouldn't mind, we would like to peruse this establishment and find a bottle.
First of all, insight check. I'd like to know... I'm really more interested if they're sort of projecting good or bad signals, right? Like,
Yeah,
we want
give
to
me
find
insight
this
check.
thing. Okay, cool.
Definitely. You're by the door. You can overhear. You know, yeah. You and
14.
Wolfsbane can overhear all this. 14 insight.
14.
They seem how they look. A bit kind of dragged, just stressed, and seems generally concerned about an item being here.
Well, I hope that you can understand contractual obligations with the Usama army aside. Anything that I have chosen to hide in my inn will remain hidden. Now, if the mages in the Warforged would like to come and take that, well, that is why I have hired help. Mr. Wolf, Mr. Ball here, and Mr. Tailbroon, when he comes back downstairs, are all capable, handy men of violence, and any mages or anybody else will come to find the right side of that.
Could I make a perception check outside to see if those lights have gotten any closer?
As I step outside, I want to take one of the cards from my little satchel and complete the glyph on it and put it up to Wolf's eye.
You can add a, what is that, a D4?
You can add a D4.
Cool.
Okay. And so with the same perception check from before that
Sorry,
20, you will keep that kind of for the next like hour or so.
Oh,
but him doing this will give you advantage on that with the D4. So I say roll another one and see if it gets better.
With
Okay.
a D4.
And add the D4 to the original one as well.
Sexy results.
Can I also tell him that when you're looking in the dark, if you avoid looking at bright lights, it helps see... Fuck.
Guys, that was just his Warforged armor clanging.
That's true.
He could add his an additional +2 to the roll.
It's just a 10. It's
A 10,
not-
okay.
Yeah, it's not that better.
And what was the D4 added on there?
Like, how much was it?
Yeah, what was it? Yeah.
It was 3.
3. So we'll say 23 is kind of this next hour of perception while you're keeping
Okay.
watch.
All right, cool.
The light does seem to be moving somewhat. You're not sure how fast, how far away it is, but it doesn't look stationary.
Ball. That light is moving. I don't know in which direction, but it is in fact moving.
Well, don't look right at it. If you just look around it,
I
it's...
can't look at anything but it.
Do you think we should go look at it? Have a
should-
closer look?
No, we should wait here. I still don't trust those people in the inn. No, they're from the army. Still.
They seem like fine enough people to me.
Yeah, you're probably right.
By this time, Scory, you've made your way
Yeah.
back down.
Have I heard any of this conversation?
You kind of catch the very end of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
With looking, you guys are by the door or windows or something, right?
We're just outside of the door.
Okay.
Like sentries.
Okay, if I hear the tail end of the conversation, especially the one with Mr. Morgan and our guests, that they're fighting these people and these people want to get to this tavern, I'm going to go outside and see if I can't spot somebody, because assuming that they are telling the truth, that means somebody's on their way, and I want to go out and I want to take a peek too, and I'm going to use my little lantern again.
Okay. So he's shedding bright
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
dim
yeah.
light out to 20 feet.
Yeah.
And you're keeping watch with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Putting my scary mask back on.
Hey, go ahead and give me a perception check for doing this as well.
Darn it. 10.
10. It's tough to make out. You kind of are pointed out where the lights are supposed to be, and you get a sense that it's kind of brighter down south.
Yeah.
But that's about it. Other than that, you hear an owl in the distance.
That piques something in me, and if I can...
I actually have a specific
Yeah,
sense.
I have
towards
owl sense.
owls. I have owl sense.
No, what that does is
Makes me peak.
that I reach into I have a little leather pouch tied to my belt, and I reach into it and I feel around. I've got little pieces of bone that have runes carved on them, and I feel around in that bag, and I feel for the one that I'm looking for, and without pulling it out of the bag, I kind of rub my thumb over it, close my eyes, and try to cast my Find Familiar.
Okay.
As an action. So instead of Wild Shape, I'm doing the Find Familiar, and it's a Fae, and I want it to appear as an owl.
Perfect.
If that's possible.
Yeah. So you kind of are clutching the rune, rubbing it.
Yeah.
You get this sense of kind of magic from the Feywild surging through it, and you hear just a hoo hoo, and you look up, and on the roof of the inn, a owl sits looking down at you.
Awesome. And so with that, am I able to... I can go into the familiar.
Yeah,
correct?
so you can lose your sight and hearing, and you take on the owl's sight and hearing.
All right.
And you can mentally
That's cool.
talk to it.
Right.
You have a telepathic bond.
Okay. So I'm going to put my hand on Mr. Ball, because on his shoulder. Now I'm saying Mr. Ball because you're referring to everyone as the Mr.
Mr. Ball.
Yeah.
Mr. F.
We all watch the same TV shows. That's
Oh my
awesome.
gosh.
What TV shows is it?
To kind of steady myself, and then you see, if you can see Scory's eyes, they go white.
Sure.
And
Yep.
I'm now in the owl, and I want to fly towards where I perceive this light.
Okay. And there's about 100-foot range for this, so the owl
I'll go
can
as
go
far as
out,
I can.
out to 100 feet. Finds a perch just south on a tree and just watches.
Yep.
And from that place, the owl can see kind of where this light is coming from. So you three are keeping a good watch outside.
I would like
really
to join
good at
them. I'd just like to secretly just like sneak up and be like, "What's going on, guys?"
There's windows up on the top if you want to open a window.
Sure. I'll go over and like if there's like a window above like where their doorway is, I'm looking out. Can I look into the mist to see if I see anything crazy?
Give me a perception check.
All right. 15.
15. You also see the light to the south. You see an owl perched on its a tree in a little grove just south of you. And then you see just below you, there are 3 of the people you've been drinking with for the night. Ball, Thrakis, and Scory.
I'm going to yell down to him, "What are we looking at and why are we all out here?"
There's a light in the distance. It's curious.
That's 100% accurate.
That's the episode title.
Oh, shit.
I don't know why that was so funny. He was so excited when he delivered it.
It's curious.
You distilled it down to just what it is.
It's like he has like
But he's really happy. He's really happy about it too, and you can see him grinning.
I give you a thumbs up.
through his helmet.
bud?
He's like,
I like that he probably has like a word of the day calendar, and Curious was on it, and he's like, "This is the one."
I have to use curious at some point.
Okay, so we see this light off in the distance. I'd like to look at the weary travelers. Are they doing anything?
Yeah, they're in the tavern, and they're talking with
Mr. Morgan.
Mr. Morgan.
Right.
So
what,
the
guys,
conversation's getting a little heated, I would say.
Oh.
Is because they're pushing. They will be searching this place. Is the intent that you're getting from them?
Now, Mr. Valor, of course,
Mrs. Vela.
I'm so sorry. I have a horrible problem misgenderizing people. I hope you do not take offense.
It doesn't matter,
Now, Ms. Valor. Now,
Mrs.
Mrs. Valor. If you would allow me to just take my foot right out of my mouth and begin anew with you. Now, I would be happy to allow you to search these premises, but perhaps,
Perfect, thank you.
But perhaps
Bisa.
we can have an exchange of information first. Now, I am sensing that the fog outside is mighty peculiar.
Yes,
and
the
of course-
fog tends to come in when the Warforged will attack.
Is that so? I was
It is
gonna
part
say,
of the mage's control over this area.
Here you are now with a mighty fine wizard, Mr. Zen, as it were.
Yes.
He seems to be a very capable, strapping young soldier. But where magic goes, magic follows, and I just want to be sure that perhaps you are not drawing this malfeasance to my inn.
We very much may, and the quicker we find what we're looking for, the quicker we can be on our way. We just needed to stop for a bit, and if we can find this bottle, then we will be on our way.
Well, perhaps you can search the inn, but you will not mind if I accompany you.
That is fine. Bisa, Zin, please search.
I'm outside. I want to look at Wolf and be like, "Hey, you want to sneak up around and see if we can get a jump on these lights?
Yes, I would love to do that.
Let's do
I
that."
like jumping things.
Just so you know, Mr. Ball, I'm relying on you to steady myself because I can't see or hear right now. So my hand's on your shoulder.
And his eyes have
I
kind of
think
gone
all
white.
of us have a difficulty in dark light.
Yeah.
Yeah, not like last time.
And
Not me.
everyone that can hear this, that they're going to be searching, and they're going to be searching for a bottle. There's this tinge in the back of your head.
Oh.
This remembrance that
We
Morgan
get paid
said
on a bottle.
not to let anyone take any bottles, not to let any criminals in
Yeah.
here, and you have this compulsion now to make sure that happens. These are enemies. These three. These are enemies to the inn. They
Wait a minute.
have now said
I
that they
seem
want to take
remember.
bottles, and something inside you all, perhaps magically, is compelling you to stop them.
I would like to jump from the window that I'm in
Mm-hmm.
down into the fray
Mm-hmm.
with my chucks with the knives on them and just straight up jump down right into the shoulders of their leader. and
Okay.
say, you're not going anywhere.
Well, they're
All
inside.
right, give me. Okay, so we'll,
I know.
Okay.
We're gonna do
I'm
initiative.
inside too.
Gotcha.
Initiative.
We're gonna do initiative, and you're gonna have a surprise round.
Yay!
Scory, you have the sight and hearing from 100 feet south. This compulsion doesn't affect you yet. Because it's specifically it's when they say that they're going to look for the bottle.
Here's the problem,
20
though.
oh.
Scory's duty bound by the orders he was given.
Duty.
when the guy left. So as far as I'm concerned, those people shouldn't be in there in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
And so
So that was that was your character thinking that before. Right now, what's going on is there is some sort of enchantment happening. Some enchantment has taken hold.
But because my perception is out there,
exactly.
Now-
It hasn't taken hold on you yet.
I'd like to make clear that I was never going to give them the bottle. I just thought maybe they could find it for us, and then we could know what Morgan was hiding in here. That's where I'm at. Now, anyway,
Yeah,
I
great
rolled a
plan.
20.
really screwed the pooch.
I rolled a 24. 23, actually.
Dang.
Almost a crit.
All right, everyone else.
Just want to go around the.
Yeah, let's go, Desh.
I got an 11.
11 and Bella.
23.
23, and I have to imagine your dex is higher than Zephyrus. So you'll.
Yeah, I got a
before.
+5.
Yes, that's higher than mine.
Whoa.
You don't have a +5.
I do.
+2 is saving 3. You're looking at.
Yeah.
I actually have a higher dex
I
than.
give fuck, bud.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I have a +4.
Get fucked, bud.
You do have an 18 dex.
I have an 18. It's one of my highest stats.
How do you have an 18 dex?
I have an 18 dex and an 18
For
charisma. But all
warlock,
my other stats are like
sorcerer?
10.
I'm gonna have to take a look at that.
We can work on it.
Yeah.
For warlock sorcerer?
Well, because some of my skills rely on dex.
But you're casting.
and I don't wear armor.
He's Van Damme.
I don't wear armor either. So,
I'm so curious.
Natural
but
20.
it doesn't
What's the
matter
total?
to me.
Brett's like,
Or is
it's
it just
weird.
20, so?
Everything's an 18. I
21,
don't
but
know. I
actual 20.
needed that though.
It's like the
And ball.
field was
7.
empty, and I just typed in numbers.
no, I didn't. No, I just thought I needed it because I'm not wearing armor.
Just kidding.
Fucker.
Whoa. All right. Did you give your initiative?
It was 7.
Oof.
And the adventure begins. Dude.
The adventure began for Milo before he got here.
Yeah, at B52 bar or wherever the fuck you were at.
B2 Tap
I
House.
started in Magoo's.
Which is where all great adventures begin.
So this is going to be a surprise round. They are
Hey.
not prepared. And Zeph, you're going to go first.
Thank you.
And this starts with this kind of tinge of compulsion to protect this bar from these people.
All right. Well, suddenly I am compelled to prevent this from happening. And I'm going to go ahead and... This is a dumb question. I'm going to ask it anyway. Do I get the sense that Mrs. Vala is the stronger of the three?
It looks like the most physically strong, yes.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and cast... sorry. Character sheet. I have no idea how to use. I'm going to go ahead and cast Hex on... Oh, and I think that's a bonus action.
Heck should be a bonus action, yeah.
Okay, shit. Let me look at something real quick, because there's something else I wanted to do.
New characters.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, screw it. I'll do Hex on Mrs. Vala.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a bonus action, so I guess I'll just do a regular action and blow this bitch up.
All right, yeah. So Vala is hexed. A kind of shadowy aura just kind of pulses around her as you cast this, as you kind of utter this these primordial words, and you just are focused in on this.
And as the
Personnel.
magical energies sort of leave my body, you see that there are like markings and symbols over my skin that start glowing like a cobalt blue, darker, richer, more royal even than the light blue of my skin tone. And I even sort of levitate off the ground a mere inch or so. And my hair seems to be buffeted by a wind that isn't there. And then I'm going to go ahead and... I guess I'll cast Chaos Bolt.
So when you cast a bonus action spell, you can only use your action to cast a cantrip.
Cantrip. Okay, got it. You're right. I just read that on Jeremy Crawford's Twitter account.
Yes.
Okay, then in that case, I'll do... Sorry, new spells. Okay, I'll do Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
And that's just a ranged spell attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything's new. I'm so sorry.
You're not forgiven.
Okay, that's 12 to hit. I think.
12 to hit. That is going to be a miss.
Wolf's outside just watching this happen.
We're just standing out there, like in the dark.
It just goes wide. You see the blast pierce through the window, breaking it, and it shoots off past the inn.
Okay,
But they're still hexed. So
perfect.
up next, Riff.
Yeah.
You're coming down.
Yeah, so I'm gonna attack like the leader buff person. I think I would have been able to identify that person as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
with my skill set.
Mhm.
And I'm going to, bury both of the blades of the end of my nunchucks. I'm going to basically try to land in like a give me a shoulder ride. But
Sure.
But like land like right in the shoulder so that it's like I'm in control.
Mm-hmm.
And be like, hey, you're not searching for anything. There's no bottles here for you. Yeah?
Yeah. You jump down from there. You were hidden from them. They did not perceive you up there, so you get advantage on the attack.
All right. Nunchucks. Oh! 22.
22, that's a hit.
Yes. 22 plus 6. And then 3. And then so 7 points of stabbing into the collarbone damage.
All right,
I got
you
both
jump
in there.
down.
And I stab them both in there, and I go, "You're not searching for anything, pal. Not on my watch."
And you hear just ah! You got the blood coming
Take that,
down
misses.
from both sides of the neck.
This is the misses, right?
Yeah. You kind of pull them out and do kind of a backflip and are landing kind of right behind her. Now flanking with Zephyrus.
And I hold the chucks back. Classic Bruce Lee.
Oh yeah,
I've got them ready to go. You're not going anywhere. You're not searching for bottles at my place.
And did you want to do anything to your movement or your bonus action?
No, I'm gonna Sega stand there and just like
idle animation.
Just bounce.
Idle animation. And what will my bonus action be, huh?
You should be able to make a melee attack as a bonus action.
Sure.
Gonna give him a kick as you're jumping down. Give her a kick as you're jumping down.
I'm on shoulders or whatever, and then so I stand up and I do a backflip and I give her as I'm doing the backflip I give her a kick in the back, and then I land in my cool nunchuck pose. I said, "You're not going anywhere, pal."
Love it. Roll to attack.
Okay. 19 plus something.
19. That's gonna hit. Yep.
Sure. And
then that's just your monk weapon, so a D4.
Yep.
Plus your dex mod.
Yep. So another 6 kick in the back damage as I do the backflip off.
You do like these
kick him in the back, and I go,
bunny kicks.
Not today, pal.
Yep.
Nunchucks. I look to Thrak to see if he's giving me approval, but he doesn't see me. I'm a warrior.
Yeah, I think we're still outside the door still.
All right, Thrakus, you're up.
Cool. I want to enter rage because I sense someone's making me angry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go through the door.
And yeah, so what you see is Riff attacking Vala and Zephyr, sending off blasts of Eldritch magic.
Oh, he does see my cool landing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice landing. Can I go up to the one nearest to me or nearest to the door and attack
And so
them?
that's Basar, the kind of elven cleric.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna walk up to them, and I'm going to attack, and I'm going to attack recklessly.
Okay.
And I'll take a -5 to my attack roll.
Holy shit.
Oh.
So I roll with advantage. 19.
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
Oh yes.
That's awesome.
Damn it.
Can you check if my mic's working? My headphones are gone.
Yes, I can hear you.
there we
You
go.
Probably unplugged, yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
Okay.
The thing is right where my feet are.
Cool. I just wanted to make sure that I am still.
You hear yourself now?
Yeah, I'm good now.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll damage. So that's gonna be 21 damage.
21 damage?
Yeah.
How do you usually kill people?
So he brings his great axe down, and I imagine this guy is just like, oh my god!
Doesn't even notice.
Oh,
This is a
doesn't
surprise
even-
round. They
oh.
are not aware, really. They are.
Okay, so he's just watching this other stuff, just kind of like, oh, interesting. And then I bury the axe deep into his skull, like down to the neck, and then I pull it out, and then I do like a little prayer over, and I go, thank you for the battle. It was worthy, kind of.
And you kind of do a little prayer to Cord. Is that right?
Yes. I
Okay.
go, dear Cord, thank you for supplying me with battle and a challenge, even though this was pretty easy.
Make a wisdom saving throw because of that.
Oh, the chopper sounds are coming.
Yeah, right.
That's a 18.
18? Okay. You get this kind of divine inspiration as you're making this prayer, and in that kind of back of your head tingling just kind of fades away, and you realize that something was amiss. You were being controlled somehow, and you kind of look around and feel a bit uneasy.
Guys, I feel like my bloodlust got the best of me. I feel like we've been controlled. Something is compelling us to defend this. We've been cursed! We've been cursed!
All right.
I'm standing there bouncing.
And you're like, you're beginning to think maybe, that there's something to that, but you're like, no. He's trying to take a bottle
I'm too
now.
smart of a monk.
Yeah. Scory,
can't cloud my
you're
brain.
looking kind of to the south.
Yep.
There's some lights in there,
oh.
kind of moving forward,
Forward, like
totally
it's closing
forgot.
in.
like getting closer to where you are.
What'd you forget?
Nothing, you can't make anything out from where you're at.
Okay.
I forgot that with my feet, if I drop someone to 0 hit points, I can then make a bonus melee attack.
Okay, I would say that you get this sensation of that magic fading in between that, so you can choose what you want to do with that extra attack.
Oh, well then I'm gonna go to the next one and attack them.
Even though you feel guilty.
Yeah, well I have it,
Why not?
and this will just be a straight up attack.
Oh, still reckless though.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? So that's going to be a 16.
16 will hit.
Okay. And that's going to be 14 damage.
14 damage.
Yeah. And until my next turn, obviously, you probably know, everyone else has advantage.
Advantage
against
on
me.
it. Yep. All right. Ball.
So I'm still standing outside. I see Wolf jump into the room and just annihilate someone. I'm going to continue to look out into the darkness.
And deep gash on the other one as well.
And I'm going to pull up my lantern of revealing
Mm-hmm.
and light it.
Okay.
So 30 feet, I can see invisible things if they come up.
Gotcha.
An additional 30 feet, I can see other stuff.
Okay.
And I'm going to stand there and I'm going to say, "Hey, who's goes there?" just all of you. Just all of you.
It's just, I do need to know the
We
words
love
you're
it.
saying.
I love it.
What was that again?
Who goes there?
Gotcha. And you're saying that just kind of out to the darkness. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. And this lantern of revealing illuminates the invisible things. Is that right?
Yeah, within 30 feet.
Kind of glancing inside, in the center of the room is just a floating ball of light that wasn't there before.
Oh, that's curious.
That's curious, mate.
Curious!
And that it reveals it to everyone, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And so you all
can
see
see
this
it,
kind of floating, static ball of light
Inside
on
of the
this light.
tavern?
Inside of the tavern, kind
Oh,
of
no!
in the very center.
I flourish my nunchucks.
All right. I think that's my turn, though.
All right. And when that happens, Scory, you get a sense that something's changed. You were holding on to his kind of shoulder.
Yeah. So are you inside now, or are you still outside?
I am standing at the door.
Okay.
Yeah. But his movements, you
Yeah,
get the sense.
that would have
so
snapped
when
me
your
out.
when your initiative comes back around, you are back out.
Perfect. So Owl is still out there, but
Yes.
I snap back.
And you can telepathically talk to the owl still.
Cool,
You can
cool,
tell it to come back.
I say keep me updated.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Slide into my DMs.
Well, they're not gonna go because they're on the floor dead.
Whoops.
Oh, sorry, guys.
The tiefling wizard kind of. No, this is a surprise round. I'm so sorry. We're back at the start. Zeph.
Okay. So, should I feel bad about killing these dudes?
You feel like you need to.
Okay, and who did
there's
he
an
kill?
enchantment upon you that makes you feel that.
I killed the elf cleric.
And
Okay.
I killed the healer.
I have a question. Natural 20 on initiative. Does that not?
It doesn't
Put
do
me at the
anything
top.
specific.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do this one round, and then we'll. So everyone gets one more turn, and then we'll be done. Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
I'll cast Witch Bolt
Okay.
on Vala, who I have hexed.
Mm-hmm.
Nice throw there, kid.
Yeah, thanks.
You can tell it was a bad roll because he's pissed.
No, I'm not. It's sorry. 15? 14. No, 15. Yeah, to hit.
15
Yeah.
just hits.
Oh, okay, cool.
She doesn't have a shield
Damn.
equipped, so her armor just brings her to 15.
That's a plus, huh?
Oh, actually, it is 15. Wait, did I say 15?
You
Yeah.
said 15.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it's 14. Does that
14
miss?
would
rolled
just
eight.
miss.
Okay, it's a 14.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry,
You
I don't
do
know why
have
I was so bad at
advantage
math
on this
there.
attack.
I do?
Yeah, because you're flanking with Riff.
Yep.
Or
And didn't Wolf give some sort of benefit since he was raging or whatever?
no.
No, that
I
would
thought
be
you
an
said-
advantage on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If somebody were to attack,
They have
They have
advantage
Wolf
on
would.
attacking.
God.
attacks for,
24.
that's going to hit.
Oh, thank God. Okay, so Witch Bolt is confusing. Now it creates a sustained arc between me and the target.
Yes.
So they take 1d12. And it ends if I do an action.
Yeah, and then it can keep doing that damage on subsequent turns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm concentrating. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's 1d12, however, they're hexed.
Mhm.
So they're
It's
going
a
to
D12
take...
plus a D6.
Yeah.
Shoe. Really big show.
And it's plus my spell modifier for damage as well, right? So
It will say on the spell if you add the modifier.
most don't. Okay,
Right.
that's... Oh, so if it's like a ranged spell attack, it
Mhm.
would.
It'll say in the description of the spell
Gotcha.
to add the modifier or not add the modifier.
Okay, so Witch Bolt doesn't... Okay, so 6 damage.
6 damage?
And 2 of that is necrotic.
Okay.
And the other 4 is lightning, if that matters.
Gotcha. Yeah, they take it kind of to the shoulder, and this pool of black blood just kind of pours down, and they try and grab onto the table as they just fall. The wounds they suffered before, with this and what you guys have done to Vala, she's gone. She's on the ground.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Cool.
Move, bonus action.
God, I think I'm fine where I am. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay here.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Scory. You kind of come out of that vision.
Yeah.
You look to your side, you see Ball there, and then inside the tavern, you see the commotion going on.
And I say, what the hell is going on? This all just kind of blew up while I was in that state. And I see this sphere in the center.
You do, yeah. Yeah, it's just kind of this glowing magical orb.
Does it look like something I can hit?
Potentially.
Okay.
You could aim at it.
Yeah, I suspect that Well, no, he wouldn't. He wouldn't. He would see his friends battling these people. Are they all dead?
There are 2 dead on the floor. The ones that came from outside.
Okay.
And you do, I would say, you do now have this kind of compulsion to defend this place from them.
So the remaining one, the Zin?
Zin,
Yeah.
the tiefling. Yeah.
I guess I'm going to enter and I'm going to look around and see the bloodshed and say what the hell happened and then cast poison spray without really thinking about it.
Okay.
So I think it's a Constitution save.
Constitution save?
Yeah. Let me make sure. Yeah. Constitution saving throw of 12.
You got a 17.
Okay. So I don't think anything happens then.
Yeah, it's a cantrip, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, nothing on a fail.
Okay.
So yeah, poison kind of, this you draw these runes in the air. Poison emits, and this poison like kind of cloud emits and just splashes the wall behind him.
Darn. I then draw my staff.
Okay.
After that.
Perfect.
And then that's it.
Rackus.
Oh, so since I made that wisdom saving throw, am I kind of like aware now?
You're aware that something had happened to you, and I would say now you kind of like think back on your memories, and when Morgan was leaving, he was telling you to keep the bottle safe. He was also telling you to keep the scepter safe, which is weird to have that dual kind of memory. And you're looking around. Sorry, another part of the memory is when he was leaving, when he put a bottle in his bag, it was a black scepter he had put in his bag.
Ooh.
You have these competing memories of that.
I'm having visions, everyone. And I tell them these memories that I'm having.
I would say at that point, everyone make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
Even me?
You're not, except for you. Sorry. This is for the same kind of thing.
Right.
Non-natural 20.
Another 20. Okay.
Non-natural.
Non-natural. Oh, 20 total. Gotcha. 8.
10.
14.
14. So, Riff.
Yes.
You're kind of understanding this as well. That same memory, that same dual memory you had of Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
And you're looking at Zin, this last one, and you're like, I have no reason to kill him. Why? And this kind of fear takes you a little bit.
Oh.
You get the sense that your other party members can be shaken out of this.
Oh. Would I understand maybe how to make them like do I gotta go slap them?
On your turn, you might.
Okay.
I'm going to then go over to Scory and to Ball, and I'm gonna slap them both in the face.
All right.
I'm gonna put my axe away and then walk over and give them both little like on the face, like wake up.
Okay.
Tut-tuts.
We've been fooled.
The two of you give me another wisdom saving throw with advantage this time.
11.
11?
22.
22? You awaken from this enchantment. Ball. It's held strong in your mind.
All right, 3 out of 5. That's not bad.
I'm glad my poison spray didn't hit.
I guess that's my. Ooh, do I see that ball of light?
Yes.
Can I walk up to it?
Yeah, you can kind of walk underneath it. It's like in the, I don't know, like 10, 15 feet above or from the ground floor. So, as tall as you are, you could probably reach up to it.
Could I hit it with my axe?
It would be an action to kind of wake them from what was going on.
Gotcha.
So you have a bonus action in the movement. So next turn you could.
Okay.
But
Well, then I'm going to walk under the light and ready my axe.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Perfect. Ball.
I don't really know what's going on here, but that light up there seems a little unusual. I think I'm going to try to punch it.
You are more concerned with Zin being in this establishment.
You know what, Zin? F that guy. I'm gonna walk over to him and punch him.
All right. I would say that Scory and Scory and Thrakis, you can use your reactions to restrain him from doing this.
I will do that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
So yeah, they're restraining you. You're just, like trying to go after him, and they're just kind of holding you back.
I would resist that.
Yeah, give me a athletic check.
I have like a special grappler feat, so if that comes into
And-
play.
11.
While
11?
While raging, I have advantage on strength checks and saving throws.
Okay. And yeah, 11's not going to be
Nice try, ball.
the two of them holding you back. So you're just being held back by the guys as you try and struggle to get away from them.
Still holding a lantern.
Yeah. Let me at him.
You guys are both just like, oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Look at him struggle.
Zin finally is able to go, and he kind of looks around. You see kind of his eyes darting back and forth. He's, just trying to do the calculations of what's going on.
We're sorry.
And he's beginning to kind of figure it out. He sees Ball still coming after him. He sees Zeph still coming after, and he is going to do some wizard shit. And he's going to cast Magic Missile, hitting the two of you. So you both take...
It does hit.
It does hit. Take 4 damage, Zeph. And Ball, you take 2 damage.
What? Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, ball.
You're the only two still under the spell.
Why aren't you on the ball, bro?
And you can make a Wisdom saving throw with advantage, because you've taken this damage.
Oh, what this thing not garbage pitches.
Well, I didn't crit fail.
9.
I'll tell you that.
9.
Fucking bully pinch.
7.
7?
Yeah.
And this was with advantage?
Advantage? Really?
Well, one was a crit fail, the other was 7.
No, this seed is deep in your mind. Maybe because you kind of took on the aspect of Morgan, you're like, I am Morgan. Keep this place safe.
Yeah. I am such a convincing liar. I convinced myself.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, now.
And Zin just kind of turns to the ones that have figured this out and says, keep them away from me. They're going to kill me. Keep them away. Shake them from this enchantment.
We're trying. As a small business owner, I do declare.
Well, it's time that I do declare your death.
New catchphrase.
Yeah, that's it. Got him.
But that is where we're going to leave it for tonight.
Did I not get to go that entire round?
Yeah, you suck.
Because I didn't go.
What?
You were right after Zeph.
No, I haven't gone yet.
I was first.
You would.
Yeah, I skipped you. You were really well hidden.
I thought it was first in the initiative.
Yeah, you
order.
were. You were. You're second, but yeah. No, I skipped you.
No, that's
my
okay.
bad.
Okay.
You want to take an action?
Kill this dude. Oh, no, you're awake. Wake me up.
Wake me up.
When
No.
September
Oh, I was thinking.
wake me up.
Okay.
Wake me
There
up.
you go.
Oh, you're going Evanescence?
Yeah.
Who's on the drums?
I don't know.
Josh Freeze. Come on.
He sucks.
Come on.
So I've seen him, Gallagher, a couple of folks with his axe.
Yes.
Smash.
Just one.
And I see this. I see Zeph, right, and he is saying what, like we shouldn't kill him because of what?
Sorry, Zin, the wizard,
Zin,
the typing wizard. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's saying that the other two, Ball and Zeph, have some enchantment on them. Keep them away. They are going to kill me.
Okay,
But you no longer have that compulsion. You, Scory, and Wolf don't have that. You can see it in their
kill
eyes.
him?
Yeah.
okay. So I feel as though he's telling the truth.
As far as you can make an insight check.
Sure,
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah.
What was it? Did you see it?
It was 14.
Cool. 15.
15?
Yeah.
Believable. Yeah.
Believable?
Yeah, he looks afraid, but he also looks confident in his calculation of this.
Okay, then I'd like to do a real cool move where I run to. I'm assuming that rectangle is a table.
A table, yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna hop onto that, and I'm gonna do like a little like aerial flip onto his shoulders, and flourish my chucks, and be like, guys, we all need to relax here. I think this guy's telling the truth. I think we jumped the gun a little bit. Me first, obviously, because I killed the first person. But look, we've all had off days, so maybe we shouldn't have. Maybe the mist outside. Who knows what's going on?
Make a persuasion check.
All right.
I'd like to point out that I killed the first person.
You did.
Actually. Thank you.
And
Or just want that to be known.
And I killed the second person.
17.
17. Yeah. Let's get a wisdom check. Wisdom saving throw, you guys. This is straight. There's no advantage on this one. I'm not going to
better
give you
roll my
advantage.
good dice
That's a 9.
A 9.
that
yeah,
already
it's-
crit failed earlier. 15.
4.
15.
Yeah.
That's what you needed.
Nice.
Ball.
9.
You're gonna kill that tiefling. You're gonna murder him.
I'm sitting on his shoulders. I'm gonna have to attack my friend.
Exactly. Yeah.
We're still restraining him.
Sexy results.
But let's end it there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's pick up this next time.
Oh no!
And it'd be my turn next, right, though? Or no? Yeah, because we're back at the top. And I'm the best.
It will. Yeah. It'll be back at the top.
It's good, because I'll try to persuade him next time.
Hey, thank you all very much for tuning in to Chaotic Amateurs, the best D&D 5e play podcast on the entire internet. Our host and DM, Alex.
Hello.
To his right, we have...
Dash as the wolf.
Ooh, Bentley Michaels is
Saying that.
Riff Night Meadow. You stupid idiots.
And we got Rhett as Zephyrus.
Oh boy, Caleb is Scory Tilburn.
And Milo is Bowl. No, that's not the right answer.
And Alex as your DM.
Grab your swords and keep on adventuring.
Follow us across all platforms with Chaotic Amateurs. Please subscribe, rate, and review our show on your podcast app of choice to help us climb the charts and find new adventurers. Or become a patron on Patreon to help our heroes continue their quest. Thank you for listening to Chaotic Amateurs.